Do you know that moment when you're sitting home alone on Friday night, doom scrolling on Instagram, and you see just everyone your age out and about and having so much fun, and you're just constantly seeing them with these huge group of friends, and you're thinking to yourself, how? Well, in this video, we're gonna walk through how to create a new group of friends as an adult. Grab your beverage of choice,
Grow hard about what you want to be.
and let's get into
Step
it.
one.
Cheers, ladies.
Everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake
I am
up.
currently 31 years old, so I definitely understand the struggle of making new friends. I have been, in the past year or two, putting myself out there, trying to make new connections. It's hard. It is not an easy thing. The desire to make new friends and new connections was very real for me. So I kind of want to give you some tips on how to navigate that and create a new friend group based on my experience. What's really important before we get into this actual physical steps that you can take to create new friends, we need to talk about a mind shift that you need to have. You need to understand that friends aren't just going to flock to you without work. You do need to put yourself out there. You need to put in effort to make friends. So, what does that mean? You have to be open to trying new things. You have to be open to saying yes to new opportunities. And you have to be open to possible rejection. Because let's face it, not everyone is our cup of tea, so you are not going to be everyone else's cup of tea. Another thing that's important is you may look at a group of people and it's like a group of 10 to 15 friends, and you're like, that's what I want. I want this big group of love. And for some people, that's really great. But you also need to figure out, is that really what you need? Because some people do not thrive in that situation. Personally, I do well in big groups, but only for a short amount of time. I do prefer smaller groups, a little more intimate. So when you're on this journey of finding new friends, maybe just keep that in the back of your mind and see which situations you do well in. All right, so we got our mindset ready. We are ready to put in the work and go out and meet new people. And here are some of the ways that I have learned to create new connections. It can be confusing, and if you aren't aware of other people doing this, it's not obvious how to start making friends. I will preach this till the day that I die. Get a hobby. It can be anything. It could be a sport. It could be reading. It could be crafting. It could be anything. I promise you, get on Instagram, get on the internet, and look up groups that do whatever hobby you want to do, and I promise you it's out there. There's something so great about making friends through a hobby because you instantly have something to talk about. You have something in common. Even if you're a beginner and the person in that hobby is very advanced, you have something to talk about. You can ask them how long they've been doing it. How did they get so good? Do you have any tips? It's a good way to create an initial bond. And also, it's so good because not every person you encounter is gonna be a connection worth pursuing. That's just life, and people are going to feel the same way about you, so keep that in mind. It doesn't diminish your worth as a person. If someone isn't interested in pursuing a connection with you, it just means y'all don't vibe. And you don't want someone that you don't vibe with to stay in your life anyways, because you can find someone better. Get a hobby, anything you're interested in, and even if you don't make friends, at least you're doing something you enjoy. Another route you could take to make some friends as an adult, I have had some success on Bumble BFF. If you don't know, Bumble is like a dating app, but there's a setting you can put it on to search for a friend. And I typically will see people who are like new to town get on there and they're looking for new friends. And usually I'll just go and meet them for coffee or for dinner. And if we hit it off, then usually like I'll reach out to them to go do something else fun like a week later. Now, this next one. So, this next tip has really been successful for me. This has created so many opportunities for me to be social and to meet new people, people I never would have met before. This app called Time Left. I'm pretty sure it's in most major cities. It matches you up with like, I think it's like 4 to 6 other people. You go and meet and have dinner together. And you're basically just like meeting potential friends. And then after the dinner, there's an optional bar that everyone goes to. One thing I liked about this compared to a hobby is when you go and meet people through a hobby, they tend to be people very similar to you. Obviously, you have very similar interests, which obviously is a good start for a new friendship. However, the Time Left, I felt like I met people that I like never would. You might be thinking those are actionable steps I can take, but I just still feel scared. I don't know. Nervous. Girl, I get it. We've all been there. Let's talk about it. The fear of rejection. You will be rejected at some point. We have all already been rejected at some point. If and when that happens, I just want you to remember that has already happened to you at some point, probably many times, and you're here. You're fine. You're doing just fine. And if someone's rejecting you, one, their loss, because you are amazing and you would be such an amazing friend. Two, if they rejected you, good riddance. They weren't for you. You will find someone better. So let's just keep going forward. I know rejection is scary, but don't let that prevent you from trying because you're just holding yourself back for a silly reason. Let's try to overcome that fear of rejection. Just go into it being like, I know not everyone is going to be for me. And when you think about it and like that, it's not rejection, it's we are each trying to find our perfect fit. And I know there are people that don't fit me and I don't want them to fit me. So I know that there are also going to be people that feel that way about me. And that's okay. Doesn't make me any less or them any less. It's just different. Just two different puzzle pieces. Just because they don't go together doesn't mean that they don't both make the whole picture look pretty. That's it. That's it. Do you feel awkward when you're making new friends? Because I do. I'll let you in on a secret. Not all people, but most people, they think they're awkward. If I walk into a situation and I'm like feeling awkward, I'm just like, I feel awkward. I just say that out loud. And usually it's a good icebreaker and people laugh and then people like it. And then all of a sudden, me putting it out there that I feel awkward just makes me feel less awkward. If that's not your cup of tea, I totally get it. But just know that everyone else also feels nervous and awkward. It's not just you. I promise you're not alone. You are not the only one feeling that way. We all feel it. It's okay. It's just part of it. I promise if you just go and talk to people, eventually you'll feel a flow and then you'll get over it. I promise. It'll feel better. I know making friends as an adult can be scary. It really can be. But I promise it's worth it. It's worth the work. It's worth the effort. It's gonna make your life so much richer and more fulfilling. You have to take the first step and put yourself out there. I promise you are gonna find your people. You will find your people. We are all living in a world where remote jobs and social media are pretty prominent. And so I think we're all craving this connection. So if that's how you're feeling, just know other people are feeling that too. If you do the suggestions that I make, specifically like Time Left or Bumble BFF, all of those people are literally there for this exact reason. It's not like you are the only one showing up to those things being like, I'm trying to find friends. Like everyone there is there specifically to make friends. So take a deep breath. It's fine. Just relax. That's all I have for you today. I hope you ladies enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And please, please, please comment down below if you try one of my suggestions, or let me know any other friendship struggles that you have, and we can get into that in another video. I'm going to be making a video on how to have conversations with your new connections in order to create a deeper bond. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss it. I will see you next time, ladies.
Grow hard about what you want to be. Step
Cheers.
4. Everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.